Welcome to our Lebanon channel. The passport of the Republic of Lebanon is a passport issued to the citizens of the Republic of Lebanon to enable them to travel outside the Republic of Lebanon and entitles the bearer to the protection from the diplomatic missions and consulates of the Republic of Lebanon if necessary. It is issued exclusively by the Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) and can also be issued at various Lebanese diplomatic missions and/or consulates outside the Republic of Lebanon. It allows the bearer a freedom of living in the Republic of Lebanon without any immigration requirements, participate in the Lebanese political system, entry to and exit from the Republic of Lebanon through any port, travel to and from other countries in accordance with visa requirements, facilitates the process of securing consular assistance abroad from the diplomatic missions and consulates of the Republic of Lebanon if necessary, and requests protection for the bearer while abroad. Lebanese passport booklets are valid for travel by Lebanese citizens anywhere in the world to countries with which the government of the Republic of Lebanon maintains diplomatic ties, although travel to certain countries and/or for certain purposes may require a visa, and the Republic of Lebanon itself restricts its citizens from traveling to or engaging in commercial transactions in certain countries against the internal and external safety of the Republic. They conform with recommended standards, i.e., size, composition, layout, technology, of the International Civil Aviation Organization (ICAO). By law, a valid unexpired Lebanese passport or identity card (Arabic: Transil. Bitakat al-Horia) is conclusive, and not just prima facie, proof of Lebanese citizenship, and has the same force and effect as proof of Lebanese citizenship as certificates of naturalization or of citizenship, if issued to a Lebanese citizen for the full period allowed by law. The Lebanese law does not prohibit Lebanese citizens from holding passports of other countries, though they are required to use their Lebanese passport to enter and leave the country. An expired Lebanese passport can still be used to return to the Republic of Lebanon at any port, and port personnel are obliged by law to allow the passage of the bearer without any delay or hindrance. Lebanese passports are property of the Republic of Lebanon and must be returned to the Lebanese government upon demand. Citizens of the Republic of Lebanon are allowed to hold passports of other countries, but are required to use the Lebanese passport when entering and leaving the Republic of Lebanon. The Republic of Lebanon law permits dual nationality. Consequently, it is permissible to have, hold, and use a foreign passport. However, citizens of the Republic of Lebanon are required to use a Lebanese passport when leaving or entering the Republic of Lebanon. This requirement extends to citizens of the Republic of Lebanon who are dual nationals. The French state-run printing firm, Imprimerie Nationale, carries on the official printing works of both the Lebanese and French governments. As of January 10, 2016, the Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) has stopped renewing passports with handwritten notes and started issuing new ones instead. This move is intended for the introduction of the new Lebanese biometric passport on August 1, 2016. As of August 1, 2016, all passports being issued by the Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) are biometric and hold the biometric passport symbol e-passport logo.svg. Non-biometric passports are valid until their expiry dates. Types: ordinary passport, issued to citizens for occasional travel, such as vacations and business trips. Temporary passport, issued in emergency cases to those who are in need to travel on short notice or urgently need to replace their lost or stolen passport. This passport contains 8 pages and is valid for a period between 6 months and 1 year. An emergency passport may be exchanged for a full-term passport. Strict rules apply. Collective passport, issued for the occasion of pilgrimages, excursions and other acts of analogous nature, facilitating the issuance of visas, or to decrease administrative costs if a lot of group members do not have their individual passports. Main users of these passports are high schools and tourist agencies. Whenever reciprocity with the destiny country exists, its validity is limited a single trip, whose duration will not be able to exceed 3 months. Though it is not primary means of international travel for organized groups, high schools, and tourism agencies. All members of the group must cross the border at the same time and be part of the same organized trip. Diplomatic passport, issued to diplomats, top-ranking government officials, diplomatic couriers, members of the National Assembly, parliament members, head judges of the judicial organs, and their deputies, negotiators that are to deal with international issues, spouse of the diplomatic passport holders. This passport can only be used when accompanying the primary passport holder, and unwed and unemployed daughters, and sons younger than 18 years of age of the diplomatic passport holders who live with their parents. This passport can only be used when accompanying the primary passport holder upon the request of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Validity is determined by the nature of the position held. Official passports are non-watch, issued to individuals representing the Lebanese government if traveling on official business and to Lebanese military personnel when deployed overseas. Validity is determined by the nature of the position held. Emergency passport, issued to citizens for direct return to the Republic of Lebanon. It contains details of the person, photo, travel details and expiry date of the document and can only be used for one travel. Alien's passport, issued for traveling purposes to non-Lebanese residents of the Republic of Lebanon who are unable to obtain a passport from their own government. Laissez-passer, issued as an emergency travel document with 8 pages containing handwritten information. Refugee travel document, not a full passport, but issued to aliens who have been classified as refugees or asylees. History. Passports issued before the adoption of the navy blue new design were burgundy red and were neither machine-readable nor biometric. In 2012, the Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) announced that it would be issuing biometric passports to all of its citizens starting from July 2016. The biometric passport will have a contactless smartcard RFID chip encoded with the bearer's name, gender, date and place of birth, and a digital image of their face, 10 fingerprints, palm prints, and electronic signature in a JPEG 2000 format embedded at the bottom of the front cover under the word PASSEPORT. The Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) states that the use of biometric passports will allow the Republic of Lebanon to follow international standards in the field of passport security to protect the nation's borders and maintain the ease of international travel that Lebanese citizens deserve to enjoy. At the same time, the Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) started offering the option of a 5-year validity period as well as the current 1-year validity period. The Lebanese passport can only be renewed for 1 year through diplomatic missions and consulates of the Republic of Lebanon abroad. The old burgundy red passport. A 32-page passport with a burgundy red cover, commonly known as the Old Burgundy style, came into use in 1990 under the auspices of the International Civil Aviation Organization (ICAO), with the formation of the Passport Service following international agreement on a standard format for passports, and remained in use until replaced by the modern-style machine-readable navy blue passport on April 12, 2003. As with many documents worldwide and all booklet format documents, details were handwritten into the passport and, as of 1998, included number, holder's name, accompanied by his wife and her maiden name, and number, children, national status. For both bearer and wife, profession, place and date of birth, country of residence, height, eye and hair color, special peculiarities, signature and photograph. Names, birth dates, and sexes of children, list of countries for which valid, issue place and date, expiry date, a page for renewals and, at the back, details of the amount of foreign exchange for travel expenses, a limited amount of sterling, typically 11,500 Lebanese pounds but increasing with inflation, could be taken out of the country. The bearer's sex was not explicitly stated, although the name was written in with title, Mr. Descriptive text was printed in both Arabic, French, and English. If details and photograph of a man's wife and details of children were entered, the passport could be used by the bearer, wife, and children under 16. If together, separate passports were required for the wife or children to travel independently. Notes section at back, a passport including particulars of the holder's wife is not available for the wife's use when she is traveling alone. The passport was valid for 5 years, renewable for another 5, after which it had to be replaced. Notes section at back, available for 5 years in the first instance, may be renewed for further periods, provided 10 years from the original date is not exceeded. The passport had a printed list of countries for which it was valid, which was added to in handwriting as validity increased. As of November 24, 2015, all citizens that possess the burgundy red Lebanese passport must submit them to the Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) or at any Lebanese embassy, as well as any of the various diplomatic missions and consulates of the Republic of Lebanon abroad. These passports will no longer be valid since they are not machine-readable. The International Civil Aviation Organization (ICAO) has decided that November 24, 2015 will be the deadline to implement the use of machine-readable passports only in travel through airports. Those who possess the red Lebanese passport must apply for the navy blue machine-readable passport as soon as possible. The old navy blue non-biometric passport. On 12 April 2003, the Republic of Lebanon started issuing ICAO-compliant machine-readable non-biometric passports with the navy blue cover, valid for 1 or 5 years, replacing the old burgundy red passport. It is the 45th nation in the world to adopt the ICAO standard. The implementation of the new passport began at offices across Beirut and Tripoli before expanding nationwide between April and June 2003 and to Lebanese embassies, consulates abroad between September and October 2003. The Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) stopped issuing the old navy blue non-biometric Lebanese passports and started issuing biometric passports to Lebanese citizens starting from 1 August 2016. The old non-biometric navy blue passports are valid until their expiry dates, when will be renewed with the new navy blue biometric passports. The new navy blue biometric passport. In 2012, a new contract was signed between the Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) with a Lebanese company Encrypt, a member of Resource Group Holding (RGH), to make the move for biometric passports. Encrypt held a joint venture with French firm Gemellato, based in the Netherlands, to participate in the tender. Jacques Seif, general manager of Encrypt, said, "We will handle all the programming and software development in-house, while Gemellato will be in charge of manufacturing the passports and matching the program's interface with the coding machines." The contract's term is 3 years, and Encrypt will produce 4 million Lebanese biometric passports. The contract, valued at around $140 million, was funded by a Saudi grant. The Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) announced that it would be issuing biometric passports to all of its citizens starting from July 2016. As of August 1, 2016, all new Lebanese passports issued will be biometric passports and machine-readable, and will have a contactless smart card RFID chip embedded inside the polycarbonate data page, 3rd EU generation, or a cheap booklet in which the chip is embedded at the bottom of the front cover under the word PASSEPORT. Facial recognition technology is being introduced to coincide with the release of the biometric passport. This technology will be used to improve identity verification, reduce identity-related fraud, and protect the legal identity of the citizens of the Republic of Lebanon. Similar technology is used in the Lebanese identity card. The biometric data that is to be included on the Lebanese passport is the bearer's name, gender, date and place of birth, and a digital image of their face, 10 fingerprints, palm prints. Lebanese immigration checkpoints will not be the only ones with the technology to read and authenticate the data from the RFID chip using a fingerprint scanner and facial recognition technology, but widespread adoption of biometric passport technology around the world has seen the technology installed in international airports in the US, the UK and other countries. In addition to biometric data and the personal information stored on the information page, the chip also records the bearer's travel history of the last 10 entry and exits at Lebanese border control points: Beirut Rafik Hariri International Airport, Beirut Naval Base, Port of Beirut, Port of Byblos, and Port of Tripoli. All biometric passport will be issued with 48 pages as opposed to the previous choice of 24 or 48 pages. On 14 August 2014, the Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) released requirements for the new biometric residence permits (Arabic, Transil. Bitakat Akama Biometria Thakia) issued to the expatriates residing temporarily or permanently in the Republic of Lebanon. On the 15th of January 2015, all of the Lebanese government offices started issuing and dealing with the new biometric residence and work permits in dealing with the official paperworks of expatriates. The Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) started issuing biometric passports to Lebanese citizens starting from the 1st of August 2016. Application. An application is required for the issuance of a Lebanese passport. An application for a Lebanese passport made abroad is forwarded by diplomatic missions of the Republic of Lebanon for processing by the Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) in the Republic of Lebanon. The resulting passport is sent to the diplomatic mission of the Republic of Lebanon for issuance to the applicant. An emergency passport is issuable by diplomatic missions of the Republic of Lebanon. Regular issuance takes approximately 6 to 8 weeks. The Lebanese Directorate General of General Security (DGGS) may deny or revoke passports for foreign policy or national security reasons at any time. Requirements. Passport application form. Obtained from government offices or can be downloaded from their website. Old passport. If applicable, regardless of expiry date, identity card. Arabic Bitakat al-Horia, individual and family status records whose date of issuance does not exceed 3 months. An original or a certified copy of birth certificate issued by a consular office abroad. Criminal record status. Official residence permit. Only applicable if applying for a Lebanese passport from one of the Lebanese embassies, consulates outside the Republic of Lebanon. 2 recent photos. Size, 4.3 by 3.5 cm, authenticated by a Mukhtar. Fingerprints and all biometric data is collected at the passport application centers. Fingerprint data is not collected from minors aged 12 and under. Professional certificate or degree. For stating the profession in the passport. Fees. Fees for applying vary based on whether or not an applicant is applying for a new passport or they are renewing an expiring passport for either 1 or 5 years. Fees also vary depending on whether an applicant is under the age of 5. It is one of the most expensive passports, at 60,000 Lebanese pounds for 1 year, or 300,000 Lebanese pounds for 5 years, or 500,000 for 10 years. Same price applies for renewal. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.